All right, this is lesson 6A, exploring exponential functions. So here's the two scenarios, two situations. There's a scenario where model 1, you will get a price that is awarded that begins with $100 and then increases by $20 each week for 10 weeks. Whatever that amount after 10 weeks is what you're going to get, is going to be your price. Or would you rather do this second model, which says that a price will be awarded that begins with $1, but then it doubles each week for 10 weeks? So which model would you choose to be awarded at the end of 10 weeks? Go ahead and choose one. Which one you think, model 1 or model 2? And let's figure it out the long way. If you did get a calculator, you could do this quickly with a calculator. Not the first part is too easy. So you got 100 to begin with. All right, go ahead and copy that down. So this is like the long way of doing it. Week 0 is when that's the initial amount you have. And then subsequently is what you're going to get as you add or as you do something else. So for model 1, you got $100, and it's telling you that it increases by 20. So I don't think you need a calculator. How much money would you have after first week if you add 20? 120? Yes, 120. So 120, 140. I think you guys can count adding 20 to an initial amount. So it's 120, 140. What's next? 160, 180, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300. So there's that. For model 1, at the end of 10 weeks, you will have $300. For model 2, let's see, this one is the one that is kind of weird. Let's see if you can figure this out. It says that you got $1 to begin with, but then it doubles. So if you got $1 and then it doubles, so I think it's going to be 2. If you double $1, it's going to be $2. If you double $2, it'll be $4. 8 is correct. Some people think it's 6 for some reason, but you double the $4. So this amount, you double it. So double 4, that would be 8. Correct. What's the next amount? 16 is correct. 32 is correct. 64 is correct. 128 is correct. 256 is correct. 512 is correct. 1024 is correct. So you could see that eventually model 2 would absolutely just like crush model 1. What is that? 2048, 4096, 8000. It's gonna go big. All right. So this model 2 is exponential. But if you wanted to do this model 1, how do you get that 300 without doing this table? Because it's just a lot of writing. It is linear. You got to know that it's linear because you're beginning with a certain amount. Let's say this is begin. This is begin. You begin with a certain amount, and then this M is how much you add per week. So this M is the slope, 20 per week. So this M is how much you add. All right, a constant amount, no? So this is slope. and which is the constant amount, which is 20. And so in the beginning amount is what? What is the beginning amount? We said, let's see. What is the beginning amount? 100. So for this begin, you put 100. And then you put M for slope, for how much you increase every week. X, and this is Y. So this is actually the formula that would give you any week. Maybe we can even change this Y to the function. Let me erase the f of X, the function of X. And now we can just plug in any X, where X is the number of weeks. So I'm gonna go f of 10, because it's in 10 weeks, f of 10. So then you're gonna have 20 times X is 10 plus 100. And that's doing it faster, not that's too much work here. What's 20 times 10? So what is 200 plus 100? 300. So this is a faster way of doing it once you recognize that it is linear, it's a line. Okay, so what would be the equation for this model 2? Let me just give you the equation. That equation is y equals a times b to the power of x. That's an exponential function, and that's what we're going to study for the next 2 weeks. Y, change that to f of x, where in this situation, a represents the initial amount. This is the initial amount, a. B is what you do to the initial amount. This is like, let's write down what you do to the initial amount. What you do to the initial amount. So what do we plug in for A? This is model 2 we're talking about here. 1. So we're gonna put 1 here. 1. And what is B? What is B? So this A is 1. What is B? What are we doing to the initial amount? We're doubling it. So what number do I put here? 2. And leave this as X. So here's the formula again for finding, this is the formula to find a quick that 1024. F of 10. F of 10 equals 1 times 2 to the power of 10. All right, get a calculator. Again, go ahead and get a calculator. Go ahead and do 2 to the power. What we do is we do this, and then you multiply by 1. So really, you gotta do 2 to the 10th power. So how do you do that in a calculator? 2, and then do the up 10. What do you get when you do 2 up on 10? You guys know the one that goes like the curve, 2, and it's right here, under pi, below pi. What are you getting for 2 to the power of 10? 1024, yes or no? Did we get that number right there? Yes, we did. So now, whenever you do have a formula, then you can get any week, and so it's better to do it with a formula than doing it with the table. All right, there's that. Okay, go ahead and copy this down. We're going to practice also how to do exponential, how to quickly be able to evaluate repeated multiplication of numbers. All right, go ahead and copy it down. The whole thing? Start again. Who's that going to be? April here. What do you think is 2 to the third power? Without a calculator, what do you think it is? 2 to the third power. What's the answer? Loud. 8 is correct. All right, so we're 2 to the third means the number 2 multiplied by itself 3 times. 2 times 2. 4. 4 times 2 is 8. All right. So that's what it is. It's 8. So, okay. So this is 8. 2 squared then is what? 2 to the 1 power is what? All right. Raise your hand if you think you know what a 2 to the 0 power is. Raise your hand without a calculator. Without a calculator. Don't use a calculator. What's 2 to the 0? Anybody? 2 to the 0.
0.
Huh? 0?
2. Negative.
2 to the 0.
1.
2 to the 0. Anybody 2 to the 0? Huh? You can't do it? All right, look. I'm going to try to convince you on what the answer is. I don't know if you're going to be... I'm going to try to convince you. Here we go. Look. We said that 2 to the third is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 4 is 2 times 2. 2 to the 1 is just 2. So this is this is this. So to go from there to here, all I got to do is divide by 2. Look, if I divide this by 2, then 2 and 2 cancels out. And this is going to be the new answer here. So if I go here and I divide it by 2, 2 divided by 2, this cancels out. The leftover here is this. So if I divide 2 by 2, what is 2 divided by 2? The answer is 1. The answer is 1. Now put it in the calculator. Get your calculator. If you don't believe me in the way I did it, then go ahead and put 2 to the 0 power. What's 2 to the 0 power? 2 to the 0 power is 1. Yes? 1. All right. Now, don't use a calculator again. Don't use a calculator. Anybody who thinks they know what this answer is? Raise your hand. What do you think this answer is? What'd you say? Negative 2? Yeah, that's what most people think. Negative 2. But why would I stop? Look. Look, let me do it again. Let me do it like this. Look. 8 divided by the base. What is 8 divided by 2? What's 8 divided by 2? 4, yes? What is 4 divided by 2? Isn't it here? 2. What is 2 divided by 2? Isn't it here? So what's 1 divided by 2? 1/2. 1/2. Yep. 0.5. But it's 1/2. There is 1. So what do you think 2 to the negative 2 is going to be? Keep dividing it by 2. What's 1/2 divided by 2? Would you agree that 1/2 is 50 cents? Yes or no? Yes? What's half of 50 cents? And what's 0.25? Isn't that a quarter? You know a quarter is 0.25? It's a fourth. So this is going to be a fourth. What is this going to be? 1/8. Who recognizes it a different way? Isn't it just like this one flipped? This like this? Isn't it this one flipped like this? Yes? Yes, that makes sense. All right. Let's do that. Copy it down, and then I'm going to ask you guys randomly. Be ready. I'm going to ask you again. All right. Just you know, everybody. What's 3 to the third? Say it if you know it. 27. 3 squared. 9. 3 to the 1 power. 3. 3 to the 0 power. It's always, look, it's always divided by the base. 3 divided by 3. What's 3 divided by 3? 1. It's divided by the base. So for anything, it's anything to the 0 power is 1. 3 to the negative 1 power. 1/3. 3 to a negative 2 power. Yeah, for those maybe that want to see it a little different, watch. Here's another trick. Pay no attention to that negative, like it doesn't exist. So it's not even there. 3 squared. What is 3 squared? 3 squared is what? 9. And all the negative does, it makes it flip. So it's going to be 1/9. So 1/9. That's going to be 3 to the third power is 27, but because of the negative makes it 1/27. All right, let's do the fours. Four to the third. What's 4 to the third? 64, isn't it? 64. 4 squared. 16. 4 to the 1. 4 to the 0. 4 to the negative 1. 1/4. 4 to the negative 2. 1/16. 4 to the negative 3. 1/64. Yes? All right. Last ones we're doing. Here's the last ones. Five to the third. What's 5 to the third? 125. 5 squared. 5 to the 1. 5 to the 0. power 1. 5 to the negative 1 power 1/5. 5 to the negative 2. 1 over 25. 5 to the negative 3. 1 over 125. And it goes on and on and on with 6, 7, and all of them. All right. And is this it? Is this it? No, it's not. Oh, man. Let's go. We're almost done here. This is it. We got 3 more and that's it. We got 3 more. 3 of these ones and that's it. Evaluate the expression without using a calculator. What is 81 to the 1/4 power? What is 81 to the 1/4 power? So this is a fractional exponent. So the way you do this is this way. You're going to rewrite it in radical form. And what is a radical? A radical is the square root, but it's not square root. In this situation, it is going to be a what root do you think it's going to be? What root do you think it's going to be? It's going to be this number, the denominator. That number at the bottom here is going to go inside of here. So you're going to take a 4th root of 81. And then the top number in the fraction, you can just put it outside. Put it there if you wanted to. And so that's how we're going to work it out. So it's asking, what is the 4th root of 81? Meaning, what number multiplied by itself 4 times is 81? What number multiplied by itself, multiplied by itself 4 times is 81? What number multiplied by itself 4 times is 81? That answer is 3. By itself. Multiply by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. What is 3 times 3? What's 3 times 3? And what's 3 times 3? And what's 9 times 9? Yeah? That's all it's saying. So now that you got 81 as the answer for the inside to the 1 power, 81 to the 1 power is just 81. So the answer is 81. All right? I mean, the answer is 3. All right, let's go. Number 2. The number in the denominator goes in the index of the radical. So this 3 is going to go in the index here. And then you can go ahead and put the 8 and then the 2 outside. It's okay to do, yes. I'm doing it just the same as I did this one. So it's asking again in the inside there, what number multiplied by itself 3 times is 8? And that number is 2. Yes, it is 2. And then you got 2 squared. What is 2 squared? 4. Yes? Make sense? I think this is it right here. This is the last one. Let's see. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Raise your hand if you know the answer. I'm not. What's the answer to that? Don't say it. Anybody? Raise your hand. Who got the answer? Raise your hand. Somebody. Nobody? The whole thing, the whole answer, the whole answer. No, no. 9. Why is it 9 again? Isn't it like this 3 go in here and go like this, negative 27, and then you square it? So cube root of negative 27, what number multiplied by itself 3 times is negative 27? That's going to be negative 3, isn't it? Yes? Negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, positive 9 times negative 3 is negative 27, yes? Then you square it, negative 3 squared, negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Is there really one more? Yes, there is. All right, last one. This is definitely the last one for sure. Yeah. What's the answer? 32? Yes, the answer is 32. Square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 to the 5th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Is it 5 times? That's 32. All right. So that is the